Good morning, guys. I'm going to make a video presentation uh, about trimming two holes. Uh, I'm going to show you the loading plan or the loading sequence uh, on how to apply this in two holes. The point of this video is that you will have a constant practice of doing so that you will have self-confidence. So all you have to do is collect all the loading plan or loading sequence of the chief officer, and you can practice this with this program. Or if you have your own program, you can practice it on your own. This video or practice is you can practice this regardless of your rank. If you are apprentice mate, an officer, an ABOS, or second mate, you can still avail of this program and this loading sequence from your chief officer and make a practice of your own so that you will have confidence of doing so. So let's start, guys. This is the program that I'm going to use, which is how to find trim when handling several moderate weights. So here you will put your initial draft, then you put here your mid draft, the actual mid draft, forward, port and starboard. By the way, this is your actual draft, and this will be your departure draft. Okay, then automatically he will interpolate the TPC, and you will have the recommended cargo to load for trimming. Okay, then finally, as you put in your recommended cargo to load for trimming, then you will get your final drop here. This is forward and up, and you have a trim, and this will be your mean drop. And eventually you will get your deflection. So here you have a deflection 0, meaning your mid drop minus your mean drop is your deflection. How do you get this mid drop? Is this one, the actual mid departure of 1823, and your mean drop is this one, which is 11.301. Okay, so let's start, guys. I will start with the loading sequence number 1. So I have 10 sequence and we'll go through over it. Okay, so I start with this one, and this is the loading sequence. This is the name of the vessel, and this is the quantity for each hold, and the cargo is iron ore, and just concentrate on this. And this is the loading sequence, guys. This is pour, this hold number 1, and this is the sequence. Then we'll just concentrate on start with this pour number 18, which is the last hold to be loaded, is hold number 3 with cargo of 9,000, and his initial drop after loading 9,000, his drop will be forward will be 1739, which is this one, and this is your up drop. So your forward drop is 1739 and up drop is 1760, and your mid drop is Mid drop is 1780. And your departure drop upon completion of loading, so this will be after completion of loading in hold 1 and 9, and your trimming, cargo hold trimming amount is 5,000, and your final drop forward will be 1876, up will be 18, forward is 1886, up drop is 1786, and your main drop is 786, meaning even keel. I have 0 trim, which is your trim. Here is 0, and your forward and up drop, departure drop is forward and up, and your departure drop is 1786 and 1786. Okay, so we'll just concentrate on this sequence 18. In actual practice, the foreman will advise you that he has already completed loading in sequence 18, because he wants to know how much remaining cargo to load for trimming. So upon the order of the foreman to stop loading, so the chief officer and the cargo surveyor will go around the vessel and check the draft, actual draft, forward, up, and midship, so that they will compute on how much remaining cargo to load. As per your loading plan, as per your computation, your remaining cargo to load is 5,000, and your cargo hold for trimming is 1 and 9. So let's assume upon reading the ship's draft around the vessel, the chief officer and the foreman agreed that your forward drop will be 1739, your up drop will be 1760, and your mid drop will be 1750. So let's put this in the program or in the computer. So your forward drop is 1739. So you put here, forward is 1739, 17.39, and your up drop is 1760. Okay, 1760, then 1760, 17.60. Okay, and his min drop should be 1750. So let's check the min drop. Min drop is 1750. Okay, and his trim is 21, 021. Let's check. Min drop is 1750 and trim is 021. Let's assume that you have no list, so your actual mid port is 1750, 17.50 on port side, and your starboard will be the same, 17.50. Okay, so that is your actual mid drop is 1750, and your actual forward drop is 1739, and your actual up drop is 1760. Then your departure drop would be how much? Departure drop would be, departure drop would be forward, departure drop will be even keel of 1786. Okay, so 1786, put your 1786, 17.86. So your sinkage should be 0.36 centimeters to reach the drop of 1786, meaning from 1750 your mid-drop, actual mid-drop, you need 36 centimeters to reach your departure drop mid of 1786. Okay, so with this sinkage, you will convert this one to cargo or amount of cargo. So how to get this centimeters or 36 centimeters to cargo? So this is the formula, and you have here K8 times 100 times M3. So what is K8? This K and 8. This will be your sinkage of 36 centimeters, which is K8, multiplied by 100, then multiplied by M3. M3 is this your M and 3. So this will be your TPC of 1786. So you have here 1786. You interpolate to get the right TPC. Then your TPC is 138.70, which is this one. So your TPC is 138.70. So the formula is your sinkage, which is K8 times 100 times M3, which is your TPC, and you will have the value of 4993.2. Okay, so since this is your recommended cargo to load for trimming, so you just follow this arrow here and you put this value. Let's say I will just put here 4994 to round it up. Enter. So once you put this value of 4994, which is this one, what will be the result? What will be your sinkage? Your sinkage is 0.36, which is this one, which is almost the same, and your mid drop will be 1786, which is this one. Okay, so this is but look here, the recommended cargo to load is 5,000, but according to our computation, his recommendation is 4993, which is 6 tons less. 6 tons less. So from here, you have already 4994. It says actual cargo to load for trimming. Then go to trim holes 2. So we go to trim holes 2, which is this one. And take note. So here you have trimming with 2 holes. And take note, the cargo remaining cargo to load is 4994, which is the same here with 4994. And his trimming hole is 1 and 9. Look here, the trimming hole is 1 and 9, which is 5,000. Okay, so let's go back. And so since our departure drop is even keel, which is this one, 1786 forward, 1786 up, so that will be even keel. So we put here, since even keel, so our trim will be 0. So put here 0. And how much we are going to load in hold number 1? So in hold number 1, which is the forward hold, we have to load 2505. Okay, so round it up, 2505. So you put here 2505, hold number 1, 2505. Is that correct? 2505. And hold number 9 will be 2489. Hold number 9 is 2489. Correct? Then what will be our final departure drop? Our final departure drop will be forward 786, up will be 786. We have trim 0, and our main drop is 786, and our mid drop is 1786, and our min drop, which is this one, is rounded up, so it is 0. So this is, you get this from this program of trimming with tools. Now we go to the first one, which is how to find trim when handling several molded weights. So our trimming hold is 1 and 9. So you have this figure of 2000, 2505, and up, which is 9. Hold number 9 is 2489. And our departure drop would be 1786 forward, up 1786, and your main drop is 1786 if you run it up. So this one, deflection, mid is 1786. This is this one, guys, 1786, where you get this one. So mid final dip is 786, and your main drop is 178553, which is this one, and you have a deflection of 0. So we'll check, guys, the loading plan or loading sequence. So here, forward drop, this is forward drop and up drop. So forward drop is 1786, your up drop is 1786, and your mid drop, which is this one, and 1786, and your trim is 0. Okay, so you get the right figure on your departure. Okay, now if you use the trimming table, if you will notice, guys, you have here the remaining cargo to load, which is 4994, and your hold number 1, the port correction is 2.7, up correction is negative 13, and your hold number 9 correction is 0.08, negative 0.08, and your up correction up is 2.3. So how do you get this one? I will go to the trimming table. Okay. So we go to hold number 1. So this is your hold number 1, and this is your drop forward. This is drop. So we go to hold number 1 and a drop of 18. So this is a forward and up. So forward drop is 2.7. So we go to here, 2.7. You got here 2.7, and your up drop is 1.3. So we go here. Your up drop is negative 1.3. So that is correct. So and then you go to hold number 9 is negative 0.08. Forward and up correction is negative 2.3. So we check. So we go to trim correction. We go to hold number 9. Hold number 9. Here. Hold number 9. Then we go to the 18 meters drop. So this will be your 18 meters drop. So forward will be negative 0.08, negative 0.8, which is this one, negative 0.08, and up correction is 2.3. 2.3. Here you have 2.3, this one. So when you apply this forward and up correction in hold 1 and 9, and your final drop would be, forward will be 1787, which is this one, and your updraft will be 1785, which is this one, and your main drop will be 1786, and your mid drop will be 1786. You have a zero deflection here, and you have a trim by 0.02. This is your initial drop forward of 1739 and your updraft of 1760, and your main drop will be 1750 and your mid drop is 1786. But look here guys, your actual departure drop is even keel 1786 and 1786 forward and up, and you have zero trim, and your main drop is 1786 to round it up, and the trimming two holes, your departure drop will also be the same. 17 forward is 1786, up drop is 1786, your trim is 0, and your main drop is 1786, and you have a zero deflection. Okay, so this is just in your loading sequence number 1, okay, which is this one. Okay, so we are finished with this one. So we go to the next loading sequence. Then we go this one. Okay, so here we are now loading Portland and Puhang Tarcher. Total cargo to load is, how much the total cargo to load is 196520. So we go to hole sequence 18. This is the total of cargo 196520, and we have now for example again, once the chief officer and the surveyor agreed that forward drop will be 1693, up drop will be 1738, and your main drop will be 1716. Your departure drop forward will be 1743, and up drop will be 1766. Your main drop will be 1755. So both the chief officer and the surveyor agreed that the forward drop will be 1693. So we put 1693 forward, 1693, put forward is 1693, 16.93, up drop is 1738. Okay, 1738, 1738, 17.38, and main drop will be 1716. We'll check 1716. Okay, 1716. So let's go back. So sorry, 1716. So your forward drop is 1793, and your up drop, actual drop is for up will be 1738. For example, your mid drop port will be 1716, no less 17.16, and starboard will be 17.16, and your departure mid drop would be how much? Departure mid drop is 1755. You have a trim of 1723. 1755. Okay, 1755. Put here 17.55. and his recommended cargo to load is 5408. But according to your plan, the recommended cargo to load is 5,000 and your trimming hold is 1 and 9. Okay, but according to your program, your recommended cargo to load is 5,000. So we'll just put 5408. Okay, put here 5408. 5408. Once you put 5408, your sinkage is 39, exactly 39 here, and your mid drop is 1755, which is the same. Then you go to trim 2 holes. Take note that your cargo to load, remaining cargo to load is 5408, and here is 5408, and your trimming holes is 1 and 9. And what is your trim? The side trim is 0.23. 0.23. I'm sorry. Undo. 0.23. That is your trim, final trim, which is your final trim here is 0.23. Okay, so we go back to the program. So your final trim is 0.23. How much are you going to load in hold number 1, which is your forward hold, which is 2701. So you put here 2701. Then your number 9 will be 2707. Got here 2707. And what will be your departure drop? Forward will be 1743. How much is your drop? Departure forward is 743, which is this one, 743, and your up drop will be 1766. Up drop will be 1766 here, and your trim will be 1766. Okay, we'll check 1766, which is your up drop, and your got here 1766, and your mid drop will be 1755, which is this one, 1755 here, and your trim will be 0.023. Trim is 0.23. Okay, so you got, and your total cargo here is, how much is your total cargo? Is 196,520. Okay, and you have a deflection of 0. Your mid drop is 1754, and your mid drop, this is your departure drop of 1755, and this your main drop is 1755. This rounded up, which is 0. So we go to the first one, and which is this one, and you go, your departure drop will be same. Forward will be 1743. Got here 1743, and up drop is 1766. Up drop is 1766, and your trim is 0.23, and your Main drop is 1754, which is this one, and your main drop is 1755, or your departure drop, which is this one. So you got a zero deflection. You got a zero deflection here. Okay. So take note with this form 6 small 8, you get this figure forward and up. It is the same with the trimming two holes of 1743 and 766. Then we go to the trim table. There you get the same remaining cargo to load, and your remaining cargo to load, hold 1 and 9, and this is your correction. That will be what will be your drop here, corrected drop. That will be main drop is 1755. So we'll just make it in your correction, just put it in 18. So put here 18. So that will be, you go to number 1. So you just go to drop 18 to run it up. So forward drop will be 27 and 13. So you get here 27. Oh, sorry. So you get 27 and 13, and 9 will go the same. So your departure drop will be, forward will be 1744, and your up will be 1765, and your main drop will be 1755, which is this one, guys. And in the loading plan, your departure is 1743, and your up drop is 1766. There you get the main drop of T5, 755, and your mid drop is 1755. So you have a trim here of 21, but the loading plan is 0.23. It's almost the same. So you get here, I'm sorry, in trimming two holes, you have the drop here of 1743 and 1766 up 23, and your main drop is 1755, which is the same in this other program of forward 1743 and 1766. You have trim of 0.23, and you have a main drop of 1755. You have a zero deflection. So take note, all these two loading plan, you have zero deflection. Okay, so we go to the next. So we're done with this one. Take this out. Just put it safe and continue. Then we go to the next loading plan. So the next loading plan will be, so the next loading plan, again, the chief officer and the surveyor agreed that forward will be 1693 and up will be 1738. So 1693, you put here 1693, 1693, the same, 1738. Oh, so it's the same. So take out this one. Don't save. Okay. Then we go to the next. Okay, guys. So let's start again. Here we are loading at Port Hedland, Australia, and to discharge at Pohang, South Korea. And the cargo will be iron ore, and the total cargo to load will be 199410 metric tons. And as we go along, let's say the sequence 18, the foreman has completed the loading in hold number 2, and the foreman has asked the chief officer and the draft surveyor to take a draft survey around the vessel, and they have agreed that at forward draft, upon reviewing the draft, they agreed that forward draft would be 17.14 and updraft would be 1762, and their actual midship drop is 1738. Okay, and your final departure drop will be forward will be 1763, and your up departure drop will be 1786, and your mid drop departure will be 1775, and your trim will be 0.23. Okay, so the actual draft forward will be 17.14. 17.14. Forward will be 17.14, and your updraft would be updraft would be 1762. Okay, 1762. Put your 1762. 17.62, and your main drop will be 1738. 1738, and your actual mid drop will be 1738. Okay, 1738. Okay, 1738. So actual mid drop will be 1738. Okay, put here mid port, actual mid port drop is 17.38, and starboard mid drop will be 17.38. Okay, and your final mid drop, departure mid drop is 1775. Okay, that is your departure mid drop 1775. 17.75 55. Oh, sorry. So you have a sinkage of 0.17, and your recommended cargo to load for trimming is 2357.5. So what is recommended cargo to load is 5,000. So check again, guys. 1462, 1462, 1462, 38, 38. Okay, 38, 38, 1738. Okay, check 1738, and your departure drop is, how much is your departure drop? Should be 1775. 1775. 1775. 1775. Okay, so it's recommended cargo to load is 2357. 2357. Okay, 1755. Let me check again. 1775. 1775. 1775. 17.75. Okay, so Final departure drop is 1775, which is this one. 1775. Okay. So his recommended cargo to load is 5132. But his recommendation, according to your plan, is 5,000 metric tons. 5,000 metric tons. Okay. So we just follow the program. So his recommended course remaining cargo is 5132. So this one, you put here 5132, 5132, put enter. Once you load 5132, your mid drop will be 17.75, which is the same here, and your sinkage is 0.37, which is the same. Okay, so once you have put that figure, then you go to, this will be the actual cargo to load for trimming, 5132, then you go to trim 2 holes. So you go to trim 2 holes, which is this one, click this one, and take note that your remaining cargo to load is 5132, which is also the same with this one. And your trimming hole would be 2 and 8. Okay, so change the cargo hole, put here 2 and 8. Okay, and what will be your departure trim? Your departure trim would be how much? Departure trim is 0.23, okay, which is this one. Trim 0.23. Okay, so departure trim will be 0.23. You have already, okay, put here 0.23. And how much would you load in hold number 2? Hold number 2 would be 2630. Okay, put here 2630. 2630, and your hold number 8 will be 2502. 2502, you round it up, and how much will be your departure drop? Your departure drop forward will be 1764, and your up drop will be 1787. You have a trim of 0.23 centimeters, and your main drop is 1775, and you will have a zero deflection. Your mid drop is 1775, and your mean drop is 17. So you have a zero deflection. So check on the loading plan. Forward is 1763 and up is 1786. Go to 783. You have here 1764 and 1787, but your trim is your main drop is 1775. So we go to form number 6. What will be his departure drop? Departure drop would be 1764, but in the plan is 1763, and forward up drop will be 1787, and the plan is 1786. You have a trim of 23, and your main drop is 1775, and this one main drop, and your mid departure drop is 1775, which is this one. Final mid drop is 17, or your departure drop is 1775, which is this one. 1775. Okay. This is what most important is this your main drop. Okay, so that will be your departure drop, and then we go to your trim table. Since your main drop is 1775, so we go to we use this uh, we use this trim of go to cargo hold number 2. Go to cargo hold number 2. This one. And, and, and your forward correction will be 2.3 and up correction will be negative 0.08. So we'll change the correction. Okay. 22.3 and 0.8. Put number 2 is 2.3, 2.3, and negative 0.8. So forward correction is 2.3 and up correction is negative 0.8. I'm sorry. This one. Then we go to hold number 9, hold number 8. Okay, so we go back to hold number 8. Hold number 8. And we go to 18, drop of 18, which is this one, which is number 8. Go to number 8. So we go to number 8. Number 8. And we go to 18. This is one. So forward is negative 0.4. Up is 1.8. Negative 0.4. Negative 0.4. Then 1.8. Okay, 1.8. Okay, 1.8. Double check. Negative 4 and 1.8. This one. Okay. Negative 4, 1.8. And the drop, your drop, departure drop would be forward will be 1764, which is this one. Up drop is 1786, which is this one. And your main drop will be 1775, which is this one. And your trim will be 0.22. And your mid is, so you have a deflection here of 0. Okay, that will be your, when using the trim table. Then in hold number 2, at trims to hold, you have 1764 forward, up is 1787. Your trim is 0.23, and your mean drop is 75. You have a 0 deflection. And in form number 6, you have 1764 and 1787 up. You have a 23 centimeters trim, and your main drop is 1775, and you have a deflection of 0, which is the same with your loading plan here. Okay, you have here 64, you have here 80, how much? 80, 87, 64. So this is, you know, 864, you have 87 here. So but what important is your departure drop also potential. So we go to the next loading plan. Take out this one. Save. Okay. Then we continue to the next loading plan, which is this one. So the next loading plan will be loading in Port Walcott to discharge in Pohang, South Korea, and your cargo is iron ore, and your total cargo to load is 196,520 metric tons. So again, once you have completed your trimming hold is 7 and 3. Okay, so once you have completed your hold number 3 for 18, so the chief officer and the surveyor agreed that forward draft will be 1705. So you put here 1705. That will be 4 number 6. Put here 1705. Put 05. And your updraft would be 1745. Okay, so your updraft would be 1745. 1745.45. And your main draft would be 1725. Okay, put here 1725. And you both agreed that your actual mid draft will be 1725. Okay, so the chief officer and the surveyor agreed that mid draft will be 1725. That will be mid port is 1725.25, and mid starboard will be 17.25. Okay. And what is your final mid or final departure or final mid? Which is, according to your plan, your mid-ship departure will be 1755. Okay, 1755. 1755. Okay. 1725. 1725. 17.25. And I'm sorry, there's a mistake here. 1755. 1755. 17.55. And the recommended cargo to load is 4160. But according to your plan, your remaining cargo to load is 4,000. Okay, but according to your program, you're going to load 4,160. Okay, so again, you have this one, you follow the arrow, then you put 4160. 4160. And once you load 4160, what will be your main drop will be 1755, which is the same with this one, and your sinkage will be 30 centimeters, which is the same with this one. So that what will be that once you have already confirmed with this departure draft and your sinkage, then you go to trim holes 2. Trim holes 2. And what will be your trimming hole? Your trimming hole would be 7 and 3 of 2000. So you go change the trimming hole. We got 3 and 7. Okay, press enter. Then how much will be your departure trim? So you should, what will be your departure trim according to your plan? Your departure trim would be 23 centimeters. So you put 23 centimeters, 0.023, and what will be your cargo and hold number 3? Your cargo and hold number 3 would be 2066. So you put here 2066, 2066, 2066, and your 7, hold number 7 will be 2094. 2094, just round it up. And what will be your departure drop? Your departure drop will be forward is 1744. Departure drop is 1744. I got here 43. And your up drop is 1767. Up drop is 1767. You have 1766. But what is more important is your mid drop departure is 1755, which is this one. 1755. Okay, so you have a trim of 0.23 and you have here a deflection of 0. So you go to form number 6. Okay, you load in number 3. Hold number 3 is 2666, which is this one, and hold number 7 is 2094. And your departure drop would be forward is 1744 according to your computation of your program, but your plan is 1743. Up is 1766, but according to your program, up drop will be 1767. But still you have your trim of 0.23 and your main drop of 1755, and your mid drop is 1755. Main, this is main, and your mid drop, departure mid drop is this one. Final mid or your departure drop is 1755, which is this one. Okay, and you have 0 deflections. Take note, guys, from here on, upon putting all the figures, take note that your deflection is always 0. So with the recommended cargo to load, let's say 4160, you'll always get a 0 deflection if you follow this program. Okay, and you will also get a target of your departure drop as well as your mid departure drop, which is this one. Okay, so again, we go to the next. We're finished with this one. Take this out, say save, and we go to the next loading plan. Okay, so the next loading plan will be loading in Port Hedland, Australia, and we are going to discharge in Gwangyang, South Korea. Same cargo, iron ore, and the total cargo to load would be 205088 metric tons. Okay, so we go down. Again, once you have completed the 418 and finish loading in hold number 1, and your trimming hold this time is 1 and 9, and the remaining cargo to load is recommended is 5,000 according to your plan. So the chief mate and the surveyor agreed that the forward drop will be 1777. So put there 1777, 1777. Forward drop will be 17.7, and your updraft would be 1796. Okay, updraft will be 1796, 17.96. Okay, and your min drop will be 1787. Min drop is 1787. Min drop is 1787. Okay, so you both agreed, the surveyor and chief officer, that your mid port would be 1787. Okay, assuming no lease, 17.87, and your starboard mid will be 1787.87. Okay, that will be your mid, and your final departure drop or mid drop is how much? Departure will be 1823. Even keel forward and up, and mid will be even keel of 1823. So you put here 1823. 18.23. So your sinkage is 36 centimeters, and the recommended cargo to load is 4994. Put it down here. Check the loading plan. The recommended cargo to load is a trimming cargo to load is 5,000, 1 and 9, and the trimming recommended is 4994, which is less of 6 metric tons. So you put here 4994, 4994, and once you have loaded 4994, what will be the result? Your forward drop or your mid drop will be 1823, which is the same exactly here, and your sinkage is 36 centimeters, which is the same with this one. So once it's already confirmed with this one, you go now to your trimming holds. Okay, so your trimming hold is 1 and 9. Okay, put 9. And what is your departure trim? Your departure trim is, according to your plan, is departure trim is 0 because even keel. So you put here 0. Okay, so how much will you load in hold number 1? So in hold number 1, you will going to load 2477. So hold number 1, you put here 2477, and your hold number 9 will be 2517. 2517. So run it up to 2517, and with your departure drop would be forward is 1823 and up is 1823. You have a trim of 0, and your main drop is 1823. So you got now the target drop. So your main drop is 1823 and your main drop is 1822, which has 0 deflection. So you go to form number 6. Form number 6. You have loaded in hold number 1 is 2477, which is this one, and hold number 9 is 2517, which is this one, and your final departure would be even keel of forward 1823 and up is 1823. You have 0 trim, and your main drop is 1822, 52, which is this one, and your departure made is 1823, which is this one, and the same with your loading plan 1823. Okay, you have even keel. So take note that your deflection here is 0, always 0 with this program. Okay, and we go now to the trimming table. So the trimming hold is 1 and 9. So we go to the uh, trimming table of 1. You go to hold number 1. You go up and you go to 18 meters. So forward and up correction. So forward is 2.7. You put here, you put here forward is 2.7. Hold number 1, 2.7, and up correction is negative 1.3. Negative 1.3. Put here negative 1.3. 1.3, and we go to hold number 9. Scroll down to hold number 9, and this is your hold number 1, hold number 9, forward and up correction. Then you go to drop of 18 meters. So this will be your 18 meters. Your forward drop correction is negative 0.8. You put negative 0.8, negative 0.8. That will be negative 0.8. And your up correction would be, up correction would be 2.3. Okay, you put here 2.3. Put here 2.3. 0.3. And your final drop would be forward with 18, 24, and 18, 22 up. Your trim will be negative 0.02, and your mean drop is 18.23. So this will be your departure drop in using the trim table. But your mean drop is 18.23, or your mid is 18.23. You have a 0 deflection, but you have here trim by the head of 0.02. But you looking at your trim to holds, you have is even keel. Forward and up is 18.23, and your mean drop is 18.23, or mid is 18.23. So with inform number 6, forward is 18.23 and up is 18.23. You have a 0 trim, and mean drop is 18.23, so you have a 0 deflection. So with this program, you always have a 0 deflection. Okay, so I would suggest that this form 6 and trim to holds will be recommended departure drop. So we're done with this loading plan, and save this one. Then we go to the next loading plan. Okay, with the next loading plan, which is this one. So it's loading now in Dampier, Australia, and discharge in Gwangyang. We have a cargo of iron ore, and your total cargo to load is 206,200 metric tons. And your trimming hold is 1 and 9, and you have a 6,000 recommended cargo for trimming. So once you have completed in sequence 18, and the surveyor and chief agreed that your forward drop will be 1768. Okay, so we change to 1768. 1768. Put here 17.68. and your updraft would be 1780. Okay, so updraft is 1780. 17.80. Okay, and your min draft would be 1774. 1774. So meaning you both agree that your reading in midport is 1774. For example, you have knowledge 1774, and your midship starboard is 1774.74. Or if you want to make a list, you can make your port 1775, 17.75. For example, you have a list, and this will be 17.73. So your mid drop would still be 1774. Okay, and what will be the final departure draft? Final departure draft will be 1823. Okay, so that will be 1823, and your sink gauge 1823, 18.23, and your sink gauge will be 49 centimeters, and the recommended cargo to load is 6,797. But according to your plan, your trimming cargo for trimming is only 6,000. But the recommended is 6,000. But according to your plan, you have to load 6,797. So you put here 6797. Once you load 6797, what will be the results of your mid drop? Mid drop will be 1823, which is the same here, exactly, and your sink gauge will be 49 centimeters, which is exactly the same with the sink gauge. With that figure already confirmed, you go to trimming holes. Okay, so what will be your trimming hole? Your trimming hole would be 1 and 9 of 6,000 according to your plan. So you put here 1 and 9. Okay, so your recommended cargo to load is 6797. You also have 6797, and your trimming hole is 1 and 9. And what is your trim? Trim, according to your plan, your trim is 0 because you have 18 forward, 1823 up, 1823, or your mid is 1823. So you have 0 trim. So you put here 0 trim. And what will be your cargo to load in hold number 1? So number 1 will be 3176. Round it up, 3176. Okay, 3176. 3176. And hold number 9 will be 3621. Hold number 1 will be 3621. And what will be your departure drop? Your departure drop forward will be 18.23. Your updraft will be 18.23, and your main drop is 18.23. You have 0 trim, and you have a deflection of 0. Okay? Then we go to check for form 6. Again, in number 1, you have to load 3176. We have this one, so that will be number 1. And number 9 will be 3621, which is this one. And your final drop forward would be, okay, Forward will be 1823, up will be 1823, you have 0 trim, and your main drop is 1823, and you have a deflection. So your main, which is this one, your mid, departure mid is this one of 1823, 1823, and your main is 1801. So you have a 0 deflection. Okay? So for example, that according to your plan, the recommended cargo to load is 6,000. Okay? You say here 6,000. So let's check what happens if you put 6,000. Okay? So you are more than 797. So you put here 6,000. For example, here 6,000. What happens if you load 6,000? So your mid will be, once you load 6,000, your mid would be 1817. So it is less of your departure drop. And your sinkage is 0.43, which is less of your recommended of 49 centimeters. Okay, let's just continue for the sake of computation. So you go to your holes number 2, and you have the same loading hold, a trimming hold of 1 and 9, and you have a 0 trim. So what would be your recommended for hold number 1? So hold number 1 says 2823. So you put here 2823, 2823, and number 9 would be 3177, which is this one, 3177. And what will be your departure drop? Departure drop would be forward will be 1877 and up will be 1817. Sorry, forward 1817, and your main drops. But you have a 0 tape, but you are less 5 centimeters from your departure drop. Okay? So you will get less cargo. So according to your program, the recommended cargo to load should be 6797. So you put here 6797, 6797, 6797. Then once you load 6797, your mid drop will be 1823, which is the same of your final mid, and your sinkage will be 49, which is the same of your sinkage. So you go to trim holes 2, and the recommended cargo to load in number 1 would be 3176, 3176. And your hold number 1 will be 3621, 3621, and your departure drop would be even keel. Forward 1823, up will be 1823. You have a 0 trim, and the main is 1823. But still, you will always get your 0 deflection. Then you go to back to form number 6. Once you load number 1 of 3176, which is this one, and number 9 will be 3621, which is this one, and your final departure drop would be even keel. Okay? Forward will be 1823 and 1823 up. Your 0 trim and main will be 1823. And your deflection will be 0. Take note, guys, when the program recommend to load 6796, whatever figures you get here, you will always get a deflection of 0. So this is a very good program because you will not have a hard time of of your deflection, so it will exactly go to a 0 deflection. So the next, we are finished with this one, and just save this one, and we go to the second to the last loading sequence, which is this one. This one we're going to load in Port Walcott, Australia, and we're going to discharge in Pohang, South Korea, and your total cargo to load would be 196520, and your trimming hold would be 109, and the remaining cargo to load will be 4,000. Okay, and this time your forward, again, the chief officer and the surveyor agreed that forward draft would be 1707. So 1707, put here forward 1707.07, and updraft would be 1705. I'm sorry, 1705, and updraft would be how much? 1745. Okay, 1745. 1745.45, and your main draft will be 1725. 1725. Okay, 725. Go here, 1725. So for example, your draft port will be 1724, 17.24 actual draft, and your starboard mid draft would be 1726. For example, you have at least 26, and your bid will be 1725. What is his departure drop here, or mid drop? Departure mid drop is how much? 1755. Trim is 23. 1755. Put here 1755.55. And his sink gauge would be 30 centimeters, and his recommended cargo for trimming is 4,163. But according to your plan, your cargo for trimming is only 4,000. Okay, but according to your program, you are recommended to load 4,160, which is more of cargo of 160 metric tons. Okay, so with this, just follow this arrow, then you input 4160. 4160, and once you already loaded 4160, your departure drop mid will be 1755, which is exactly of your departure mid drop, and your sink gauge is 30 centimeters, which is the same here of 30 centimeters. Then you go to holes 2, trim 2 holes, and take note that your remaining cargo for trimming is 4160, which is the same with this one. 4160. I'm sorry, 4160. This one. Okay. So you trim 4160, and your trimming hold is 19 of 4,000. So you go 19, and how much is your trim? Departure trim would be 23 centimeters. Okay, so departure trim will be 23 centimeters. Scroll down, and your final trim will be 23 centimeters. Okay, and how much will you load in cargo hold number 1? Number 1 will be 2079. Okay, you put here 2079, 2079, and your whole number 9 will be 2081. Okay, 2081. Okay, take note, in your plan, the recommended cargo for trimming and holder 1 is 2000 and 9 is 2000. But according to your program, you should load in number 1 of 2079 and number 9 of 2081. So what will be your final drop? Your final drop forward would be forward with 1744. What is your plan here? 1743. Your up should be 1766. 1766. And you have your 1767, but you have a trim of 23, but your main is 1755, which is the same with your departure drop of 1755 means. So this is more important if you get your mid drop or your departure drop. So regardless of what you have, your drop in forward and up, but this is what matters more if you get the target of 1755 mid drop. Okay, so then we go to form number 6. Once you load in number 1 of 2079 and number 9 of 2081, and your final drop would be the same of 1744 forward and up is 1767. You have a trim of 23 centimeters and your mean drop is 1755. Then still you get zero deflection. So take note guys, it's always zero deflection if you follow what is recommended cargo to load here. So you input the same figure of 4160 and you will get exactly this figure, so that you will have a zero deflection here. This is what the program is all about guys. So what matters is your mid drop, departure drop. So it's almost the same guys, so you will always get a zero deflection here. Okay, then we go to the last loading plan. Okay, you finish with this one. Say save this one, continue, and now we go to the last loading plan. So here we're going to load the Portland discharge in Gwangyang, and your total cargo will be 20640 metric tons, and your trimming hold is 19, and this time your remaining cargo to load is 5,000. Again, Chiefmate and the drop survey agreed that your reading forward would be 1776. So you put here 1776 forward, 1776, 17.76, and up would be how much? Up would be 1797. 1797. Put here 1797. 17.97. And your main drop would be 1787, which is 1787. Okay. So 787. So you Chiefmate and the drop surveyor agreed that mid-port actual reading of mid-port is 1787, assuming there is no list, and starboard mid will be 1787, 17.87. Okay, and your departure mid is how much? Your departure mid would be 1823, so that will be even keel. No trim, okay, zero trim. So 1823. Your departure mid will be 1823, 18.23. And recommended sinkage, the sinkage will be 36 centimeters, and the remaining cargo is recommended is 14,4994. Okay, while according to the plan, you're going to load 5,000. Okay, but according to your program, you have to load only 4994. So you put here 4994, 4994, and what will be the result if you load 4994? Your mid drop will be 1823, which is the same with your final mid, and your sinkage is 36, which is the same with this one. So now then, it is confirmed. You go to trim holes 2, and your remaining cargo to load is 4994, and you have here 4994, and your trimming hole is 19, which is this one of 5,000, 2,500 in number 1 and number 9, and 2,500 in number 1. So again, 19, you have holes 19, trimming hole, and your trim, it should be 0 because even keel, put here 0. And how much you are going to load in number 1. So let's check what is your trim. Trim would be 0 because forward is 1823, up is 1823, your mid is 1823. So your trim is 0. No trim. So put here 0. And how much you're going to load in number 1? That will be 2505. 2505. 2505. 2505. And your up will be number 9 will be 2488, 2489, 2489. So according to your plan, it should be 2005 here, 2,500 at hold number 9, and hold number 1 is 2005. So here you have only almost the same. Okay, so what will be your departure draft once you loaded this one? Then you will have forward drop of 1823 and up drop of 1823. You have a 0 trim and your main drop is 1823. But still, you will always get a 0 deflection. So you go to your form number 6. Once you have loaded in number 1 of 2505, which is this one, hold number 1, and number 9 is 2489, and that will be hold number 9, and your final departure would be even keel, forward 1823 and up will be 1823, and your trim will be 0 and 1823, or your mid or your deflection is 0. Okay, so your mid, which is this one, final mid 1823, or your departure drop, and your main drop is this one, 1823. So you will have a 0 deflection. Okay, so what happens in your trimming table? So in your trimming table, you have here hold number 9 of 2505. You have hold number 1 of 2505, and your hold number 9 is 2489. This is your correction according to your trim correction table of hold number 1. Hold number 1 would be, this is your hold number 1, forward and up correction of 18 meters should be 2.7 and negative 1.3. 2.7 and negative 1.3. So in hold number 9, we check hold number 9. hole number 9. Go to hole number 9. Scroll down. This will be hole number 9. Then you go to the 18 meters. This is your 18 meters. Forward will be negative 0.18, negative 0.8, and up will be 0.23. Then you will get number 9 is negative 0.8 and 2.3. And your final drop would be forward with 18.24 and 18.22. You have trim by the head of 0.2, and you have a main drop of 18.23, which is 1. So your main is 18.23 and your main is 18.23, and you have a 0 deflections. What matters more is your mid drop. Okay, so it is the same with your trim 2 holes of even keel and your form 6 of even keels of 0, and you have a 0 deflection. So that's it, guys. So what I'm going to show here is that this program will give you a 0 deflection. Whatever the recommended cargo of your program, let's say the recommended cargo of your program, just follow what is your recommended cargo to load, and you will actually get the desired draft, and you will always get a 0 deflection. So this is what the program is really, guys. This is the best that I have made, and you always get a 0 deflection. So there are some chipmates that are worried because they have always get a bigger deflection, but in this program you will always get a 0 deflections. So that's it, guys. If you like this program, or if you like this video, please click the like button, share, and subscribe, and don't forget to click the notification bell. Thank you. Have a good day and Happy New Year.